What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to talk about something very unfortunate. I was waiting for a specific game to go on sale on the Nintendo Switch, and that game is called Lolipop Chainsaw Re-pop. I thought the game was going to look very close to the PlayStation 3 version, which was kind of cartoony, with sharp graphics, and good enough performance. But unfortunately, on the Nintendo Switch, at least on the Nintendo Switch Lite, Lolipop Chainsaw Re-pop is probably one of the worst ports I've seen since Batman Arkham Knight. I think Batman Arkham Knight is actually a better port than this muddy, blurry looking mess. It's such a shame because Lolipop Chainsaw is one of the best action hack and slash games I've played in recent memory, and it's one of the most unique. So playing it on something as unique as a Nintendo Switch would only be fitting, but unfortunately this thing looks terrible and ugly as hell. Everything seems like it was scaled down by FSR, you know, when it looks like a bad painting, or it kind of reminds me of the first few games that came out for the Nintendo Switch that were ports of bigger titles, similar to The Witcher 3, and how that looks very muddy. I think Lolipop Chainsaw actually looks worse than how Witcher 3 looked the first day it came out for the Nintendo Switch. But not only that, the performance for Lolipop Chainsaw Re-pop is pretty bad. There's a lot of lagging whenever you're transitioning from one end of the stage to the next, and the FPS seems like it dips under 30, even with all of the blurriness. I'd assume whoever was optimizing it for the Switch just didn't know what they were doing, and they just had to get it done by the end of the day. So I actually bought this game for $20, and it was originally $45. I found that to be fair since the screenshots seem to show an actual good-looking game. And that's the main problem with Nintendo Switch eShop games. Their screenshots lie to you. It's straight up false advertisement at times. They should show actual gameplay. After The Witcher 3's update, they showed actual in-game screenshots, but Lolipop Chainsaw did not. I thought they would actually tell the truth with something as insignificant as this game, but everything just looks atrocious. I think this is one of the worst ports I played and one of the most disappointing ports. There was also another port in the form of Shadows of the Damned that came out for the Switch, and that looks pretty darn good. It looks exactly how I would expect it to look on a Nintendo Switch. But Lolipop Chainsaw is made by the same creator, Suda51. So I thought it would get the same treatment as Shadows of the Damned naturally. But unfortunately, everything just looks so bad, as you can see, and the gameplay is very slow and sluggish. I kind of can't tell what I'm doing most of the time because everything's so blurry. Sometimes the game even leaves out effects like blood, sparks. Whenever you cut off 3 zombies' heads in a row, there's supposed to be a bunch of sparks coming from their heads mixed with blood, and in this scene it was awkward because there was nothing coming out. It seems like they even took out the main effects that let you know you did a good job, but instead they just show an empty shell of a head floating above the body with nothing coming out and just an awkward slow motion as if it was supposed to show something. But yeah, I'm just very disappointed, and I hope Nintendo Switch 2 doesn't do this with newer titles like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Elden Ring, and any other big title they want to push on Nintendo Switch 2. Because Lolipop Chainsaw was originally a PlayStation 2 game, so I figured they would just bring that version over with its original graphics and have decent performance. But instead, they brought the remastered graphics, which aren't even that remastered. I mean, there's just more bloom effects and slightly smoothed out textures. It's not really a big difference between the original Lolipop Chainsaw and Re-pop from my experience. But still, the Nintendo Switch makes it seem like Lolipop Chainsaw had the craziest next generation graphics by downscaling everything to the point all of the textures look muddy and everything in between them. But yeah, have you guys played Lolipop Chainsaw for the Nintendo Switch? Were you thinking about it because of the big sale that's going on, as always, on the eShop? And if you were thinking about it, you might want to think twice. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Later.